Happy Thursday, everyone, and thank you for being here today. So, today, the quote is, and I love this: make it your goal today to share small acts of kindness. You could change a person's life, you could change a person's moment. And that's by Catherine Polsner. What a beautiful thought to think that just a small gesture of kindness can change someone's spirit and can create a brand new direction for their day. We can do that. So today I'm very excited. We have one of our sweet, beloved members on the show today that has a beautiful, brilliant light and consciousness, and she has been out in the world doing so many wonderful things. And then she came home to us. She came home to us. So I'm going to bring in Blade to our wonderful time. 1 second. Hello, Blade.
Yay!
How are you?
I'm excellent. Doing great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to have Blade on for a few reasons, but one is that she's bringing to our center. I'm just going to jump right into it because I'm excited about it. She's bringing Mystic Sunday and a psychic fair, August the 21st. Now, Blade, tell us a little bit about you because you work with the Beyond.
Right. So I've been studying and practicing mediumship for about 22 years. And I've had many mentors, and I've gone to various environments, every spiritualist church in San Diego.
Shout out.
But my base church was Science of Mind. That's where I started. And I just decided that I needed to expand my mediumship. So I went out. And then recently, just this year, Spirit started whispering in my ear that I needed to go back to Universal Spirit Center. And when I got there, I realized that Universal Spirit Center is still Science of Mind, but they're talking the same thing that spiritualists were talking, just using different words. So I said, I think I'm supposed to be here so I can combine, meld, homogenize these two things that they think they're separate, but they're not, because we already know we're all one. So
one, baby.
So I was just so excited when I proposed to Kevin that there'd be a psychic fair, and his response was, I think it's the right time. And I knew I could make it happen. I'm making it happen. It's happening. I have a whole list of already paid vendors. So I'm very happy about that.
It's so beautiful as we all grow in our spiritual path, recognizing that there's only one. Last night, I talked about our indigenous brothers and sisters and their awareness that everything is a living soul.
Right.
And, understanding that sometimes people get afraid of something that they can't see or something that they can't explain. But the mediumship and being able to talk to the angels and actually moving beyond this physical realm has been with us forever.
Yes.
What made you have the call? What brought you to say, hey, let me go check this out? I got some tools.
Yes. So my son made his transition when he was 11 years old.
Ooh.
And he was just a beautiful, beautiful spirit, and very loving. He was very spiritual for an 11-year-old. He was never 11. But after he passed, I went on a personal quest because I wanted to know why this
Mm.
beautiful child died and I didn't. I'm still here. I'm still on this earth plane. I still have to learn things. I still, and
Right,
this,
right.
this beautiful child who was making a difference just being how he was already, you know.
Right.
And so as I went on this quest, um, I realized that people were connecting with him. My son, they were telling me messages that they couldn't possibly know. They
Oh,
couldn't, so they could only be talking to the source.
to the source.
Yes. And I was so fascinated with this. And Margot Alora, who's going to be the speaker at our
Yes.
event, Mystic Sunday, on the 21st of August,
Yes.
she had at that time a class called Mystic Mondays. And I went to that class. And after that class, I said, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I want to talk to my son directly. I don't want to have to, go through someone else.
Exactly.
So that was 22 years ago.
Wow. That's
And
beautiful.
yeah, and so I've come to this place now where I realize that my human self, because I think I have two lovers and both of them are me. You know, I'm human and I'm
Nothing wrong with
spiritual.
that.
So my human self still, I might see something that reminds me of my son, and I'll have to just have a little cry because
Yeah.
grief
Yeah.
doesn't go away. So I just had a little cry, but then my spiritual self knows that he is with me all the time. He has just gone from the visible to the invisible. And
Yes.
I do table tipping now. I have
What is
a
that?
breath
Table
is
tipping? Are you holding a table at the end and tipping it?
No, I'm not tipping it. I'm not tipping it.
Ah,
Spirit is tipping it. My hands are barely on the table.
wow.
And the other day we had a session and the table was almost falling to the floor. And we just said, let's just take our hands off and see what happened. And that table was just on its own.
Wow.
There was three of
Wow.
us at the table.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that is called physical mediumship because you're using a physical thing to help
Gotcha.
you with the mediumship. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other mediumship is if I gave you a message right now, that would be a mental mediumship.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's
So,
really
I'm sorry, but I was just going to say mediumship has been around a long time too. And the thing is that people they just think of it as, well, it's out there.
spooky, scary.
Yeah.
It's not real,
Right. But we use electricity every day. Can we see that?
But you sure can feel it if you use it improperly.
Right.
That's always a great spiritual allegory for people to understand.
Right.
Yes.
How about love?
Exactly.
Can you see that?
Yes.
No.
Nope.
You feel it.
You feel
it. And
Feel
that's what's happening with mediumship. And we just learn how spirit, because all mediums are different. So we learn how spirit is connecting with me, the unique individual called Blade, and it might be different than I have a table tipping partner. So hers is different. We just work really well together. We work really well together.
That's beautiful. I have shared that I believe all of us have a different access to access that part of us. But one is the belief in it, and the other is taking the time to be able to practice it, to learn. Just like anything else, it must be practiced. You must give of your spirit, your time, to be able to bring its fruit fully, because there are a lot of things that are unexplainable. Doesn't mean that it's not real just because we can't explain it.
Right.
So you decided to come back to Universal Spirit Center.
No, I was asked.
Oh! That's a difference.
Yeah, I was asked.
I love our community because it is very it's versatile, and we are constantly a community that's reaching to expand and to bring more different entities of people and organizations into the fold, recognizing, especially now, that without this understanding that there is a oneness that runs through all of us, that this divine essence, whatever you want to call it. And I had a song that I likened it to fruit. You know, when you try to pin God or source to one thing, it's like we have so many apples. I can't even name all of the apples that we have. So
Exactly.
why in the world would there only be one divine expression?
Right. Right.
So I want to show our flyer. This is what's happening. Sunday, August the 21st, we'll be at North Park. Sunday morning, we will have our Sunday gatherings as normal. Our 8:30 gathering, which is more contemplative. And then our 10:30, which is Rock'em, Sock'em, Rock'em, and Roll'em. And that is such a beautiful flyer. Every time I see it, I love the flyer. It's really
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank
And
you.
I love this energy that you're bringing to us through this divine event. And so for any of you out there, um, know that you can come. It's a family event. You can bring your family from 1 to 4. There will be many different types of medium to participate in and to explore, and even just to ask questions and to bring into your world this sense that you don't have to be afraid of something that
Right.
maybe you do not know.
Right.
So I know that there will be a lot of wonderful people there, along with yourself, doing things, and there'll be a couple of vendors probably selling some things as well.
Yeah. I like to say that there's going to be quite a few mediums doing different kind of
Yeah.
things. I'm going to be table tipping,
Yes.
and other people are going to be reading cards, giving a
Nice.
reading, different
Yeah.
kinds of cards, not all the same type. And
Okay.
there's also people are doing energy work, aligning chakras, and also healing arts. So there's going to be Reiki, and there's even a gal who's she worked with animals.
Oh,
Yeah, healing arts. I think she's called Healing Hands for Animals.
wow.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, I always believed that we were not the only existence here, physical or non-physical. But I had an encounter with my little dog where an intuitive came in, and I thought, okay, this is some hooba 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 hooba. I won't go through the whole story, but she went through this process with him, and he was looking directly at her. And she asked me a question, something that I knew that it was just Spike and I. That was his name, a beautiful little dog. Spike and I, during my prayer time, something that I would do. Nobody else knew. And I was blown away because with that, he was asking, he was ready to make his transition. And I was, it was mind blowing. And so I've never forgotten it. And I realized that, once again, as I say, all these things connecting, and talking about our indigenous brothers and sisters last night, how they recognized that a rock has a soul. And I thought, I've never, it's just a rock. I mean, I believe it's a part of the universal presence, but I never went that deep with it. So
Right.
all of that to be said, I'm so grateful that you are bringing this light and this awareness to our community. Once again, I want to show the flyer for everyone. It is Mystic Sunday. Margot Alora will be speaking for both gatherings at our 8:30 and our 10:30, and then the Psychic and Healing Arts Fair will take place right after at from 1 to 4.
Right.
And as you have said, there's so many different people that will be there, and so
And
if you
there's going to be products
that's as
like
well.
crystals and myself, I'm going to be selling, I'm an artist, so I'm going to be
Ah,
selling jewelry, and I'm also going to be selling my artwork, and I have
ooh,
a whole rack of greeting cards.
wow.
So
I love it.
I'm having 2 tables actually.
I love it. Well, hey, mama. That's how it rolls.
Yeah.
Now, I can pray us out, or are you open to pray us out?
Oh, this is it? We're
This
over?
is it. It's
We're
just
just being thankful? Okay. Can I say
no,
one more little blip?
absolutely,
I wanted
absolutely.
to give you, I'm thankful for you for doing this. And I'm also very impressed of how you right away tuned in on how mediumship is something that you just need to practice. Everybody can do it, even you. And nobody knows better than you because of your beautiful voice and how you let that music come through you. Now, you got that way from practicing,
Yeah.
practicing, practicing. And that's all it is, too. It's, I think of it like a muscle. You just need to, if you want it, it can happen, but it depends on you and how much you want to practice. So,
Absolutely. I heard something recently that a great trumpet player said to a young man, and I'll call his name in a minute, but I have not forgotten the phrase. He said, if you miss one day of practice, you notice. If you miss 2 days, they notice. And I was
uh,
like, that is just, I was like, yep. Bing, 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 bing. The trumpet player with the big jaws that would get his jaws like, I can't think of his name right now, but just a beautiful gift to our world and through music. And now,
Louis Armstrong.
not
Louis
Louis,
Armstrong.
not Louis Armstrong.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Satchmo, what was his name? I'm asking my dad to come to me and tell
I
me.
should have had it written down. When we get off, I'll be like, oh, darn it, Now, I also, do you mind if I post your email address
Oh
for
no,
people
please,
to reach out to you?
please do. And
Yeah,
tell people about it. Tell people about the fair. Come to the fair. You don't have to buy anything or do anything. You can just come, check it out, mingle, feel the vibe.
yes, feel the vibe.
I'm telling
Be in
people,
that
I want
energy.
you to feel the vibe at Universal Spirit Center.
Be in that energy. And, Blade is table tipping. It's Blade Artist at outlook.com. You see it along the scroll there. If you don't get it, you can always connect with me, Gino, at universalspiritcenter.org. And also, one of the reasons that we do Thankful Thursdays is to bring in our community. And that's you in the house, that's you virtually, to share your experiences that you have had with Universal or with your spiritual path, so that when other people see, they recognize that we have more in common than we don't.
Right.
And we all have our times in life where we've struggled and have needed a friend or an ear. So just know that I'm reaching out and talking to all of my people out there virtually, and also that come in house. I'd love to have you on Thankful Thursday. It's not painful, is it, Blade?
No, it was fun. It was fun and easy.
That's easy. So easy. And it's a quick little thing, but it's a beautiful gift to give back to the community, and you're giving back to the world, because people will see these and they recognize, they see themselves, they see the reflection of themselves in each of us. So Blade, I can't thank you enough for coming
Thank
on.
you so
I
much.
thank you for the work that you do. Once again, that's Blade Artist at Blade Artist at outlook.com.
Yes.
And for sure, we want to see you August the 21st at 1 to 4 p.m. at at our North Park Lions Club. That's
Yeah.
3927.
I have 12 confirmed vendors already, and I'm getting a new one every day.
I
So
love it.
by then, I expect to have 20 at least.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. I'm so jazzed about it. And I think it's such a wonderful gift to the community, just like you are, little mama. So thank you for bringing your consciousness and your willingness to take this on, because it's not easy taking on something of this magnitude. And you've done it with grace and joy and divine consciousness.
It's all about saying yes.
Yes, baby.
Yes.
So will you pray us out?
Sure.
Okay.
So as I take this breath, the breath of God, the very breath that animates my body, it is the breath of God. It is my breath. For I am one with the source. And as I know this for myself, I know this for everybody on this planet, that we are one. We are one with the source. And our life is divinely orchestrated to express fully and consciously with the divine. I am so grateful for this time. I'm grateful for Thankful Thursday. I'm grateful to share this information with all you people. And I want you to come to the fair and be grateful that you've gone there. I know this is the truth, and I know it's already happening. I know that all that needs to be done is being done, and all that needs to be there will be there. Everything divinely guided for our highest good. If we just let go of our human judgments, we'll be happier people. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this wonderful energy. Thank you so much for Gino. And I release these words to the law of the universe, knowing it is already done. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, my divine sister, for that beautiful prayer. We will see all of you next Thursday on what? Thankful Thursday.
Yeah.
Blessings.
Thank you.